So starting seated, either on a chair or on your mat, wherever you want to start. Finding your sit bones underneath you, just taking a moment to find your space. Finding a nice tall spine. So we want our ears over our shoulders and our shoulders over our ribs and our ribs over our hips. You can soften or close your eyes, or you can just take your gaze downwards in front of you and just start to notice your breath and where you feel your breath in your body. And now as you breathe in, start to expand out into the ribs. And as you breathe out, you can breathe out through the nose or the mouth, and we're gonna gently draw the bottom of the rib cage in, like you're hugging the spine. And then breathe in, let the rib cage open. And then breathe out, we're gonna hug the spine. And then take that into the rest of the core. So as you breathe in, I'm gonna think about expanding around your waist. And then breathe out and hug in. All the way around, front, sides, back. And then inhale, expand, and exhale, hug in. And take that a little lower, down towards the hips, the lower belly. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug in. And then all the way down to the pelvic floor, because the pelvic floor is the bottom of our core muscles and the support of our hips and our pelvis and our spine. So we want to inhale, lengthen all of our core muscles. And then exhale, draw up and then in. So we want to lift and then hug in. And then inhale, expand. And exhale, lift up and draw in. One more time, inhale, expand. And exhale, lift up and draw in. We'll place the right hand down, either on the floor, or you can hold the side of your chair. We'll reach the left arm across, have the palm open like you're reaching for something. We'll take a big breath in, let the ribs open. Exhale, hug in, reach a little bit further across like we're coming into a twist. And then we're gonna inhale and open the ribs and sweep that left arm all the way up and over. Try to open the palm up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna exhale and sweep it all the way back around into that twist. And hug your core muscles in at the same time. So inhale, sweep it up, open the ribs. And exhale, hug in those core muscles as we sweep across into our twist. So move with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug in and across. Maybe one or two more, depending on how fast your breath is. We'll come up one more time. And then we'll just exhale and release that hand down. Holding the floor or the side of your chair, we'll take the right arm across, palm is open. Big breath in, open the ribs. Exhale, reach across. And then inhale, sweep that arm up. Open the ribs. And exhale, bring it down and across. Hug in your ribs. Inhale, open the ribs. And exhale, hug in. So again, moving with your breath. This is all just going to be moving with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. So again, maybe one or two more. Moving with your breath. So you can move slower or faster. And then we'll come up one more time. And then just exhale and release. And then holding onto the knees, we'll lift the chest a little bit, draw the shoulders back, get a little bit taller. Inhale, open the ribs again. And then exhale, gently bring the chin to the chest and maybe the shoulders just a little bit forward, just to stretch the back of the neck and the upper back. And then we'll inhale, lift and open the chest, get a little bit taller. And then exhale, just softly bring the chin in. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, gently find your stretch. And then if you're sitting on the floor, we'll lean back on our hands and take our feet wide. If you're sitting in the chair, you can hold the sides of your chair and just take your feet wide. And we're just going to windshield wiper our knees and our legs side to side. And if you want, you can do this with the breath. You can exhale over, inhale up, exhale over, inhale up. Or you can just find your own rhythm. Just getting some blood flow into the legs. And if you're on the floor, we'll come over onto the hands and knees. So if you need something for the knees, you can fold over your mat or grab a cushion. And we'll come right into our cat stretch. So just dropping the head and gently rounding the spine. And if you're using a chair, we're on the hands and the feet. Feet are underneath the hips, hands are under the shoulders, and we're just dropping the head and gently rounding the spine. And then just taking the chin from one shoulder to the other. And we can go with the breath. Exhale over, inhale neutral, exhale over, inhale neutral. And then we're going to move into our bird dogs. So I'm going to show you 3 different options, standing, on the chair, and on the floor. So if you're using the chair, we're going to take a big breath in. And then exhale, draw your core muscles in. We're going to take the right leg back a little bit and the left arm forward. And then inhale, release. So if we're standing, we would just take the right foot back and the left arm overhead. And then inhale, release. And if we're on the floor, on the hands and knees, heel no higher than the hip, and then the left arm is straight out. Exhale, and then inhale, release. And then switching sides. Left leg, right arm. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage the core. Opposite arm and leg, reach. And then inhale, release. Exhale. Engage and reach. Inhale, release. So standing with the chair or on the floor. And you're just moving with the breath. Inhale to release. Exhale to engage the core and reach. Inhale and exhale. And just finding your own pace, your own rhythm. And we'll do one more to each side. So once you've done both sides again, just coming back into your cat stretch. So wherever you were for your cat stretch, dropping your head and gently rounding the spine. And then we can do those little half circles with the neck again, nice and slow. From one shoulder to the other. And then we'll come to neutral and we'll tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back into your downward dog, and you're just going to walk out the legs. So if you're using the chair, hands on the chair, feet, walk them back. And as you bend one knee, you're reaching the opposite heel towards the floor. And you can kind of move your hips as you do this. Stretch out the legs and the hips. The spine is nice and long. If it feels good, you can lower your head and stretch out your neck. And then we'll all walk our feet up to our hands and take your feet wide. Turn your toes out, heels in. So if you're standing and you're using the chair, you're going to bend the knees out, sit the hips down. Imagine like you're sitting into another chair. You can hold onto the chair or you can bring the hands to the heart. If we're on the floor, We're going to bend the knees, sit as low as you can, and use the elbows to press the knees out. And then we're just going to move in and out of the bottom of our squat. So we're going to inhale into our fold, nice and slow, and then exhale into our squat and press your knees out. So if we're using the chair, inhale, straighten the legs, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs, exhale, bend the knees. And we're pressing the knees out and the hips are back. We want to lift the chest as we come up. So we're inhaling into our fold and exhaling into our squat, which is kind of the opposite of what we usually do in yoga. But we want to engage the core as we come down into our squat. And one more. And then we'll come back into that fold, and give the hips a little wiggle, and then walk the feet back into your downward dog, and walk out the legs. Then we'll come forward into our plank, shoulders over the wrists, so either on the floor or your chair. We're going to inhale here, and then exhale, hips up and back. And then inhale to our plank, and exhale, hips up and back. Inhale to plank, exhale back. Stay here, downward dog. If you want, you can walk it out again. And then we'll walk our feet up to our hands, forward fold, let the head drop a little bit. Soften the knees, sit the hips back again like you're sitting back into a chair. We'll all sit back. And then bring the arms up, draw your belly in, and then we'll come all the way up to standing. Big breath in, and then exhale, release the arms. And then we'll just do 3 big arm circles. So inhale, arms up. Palms come together. Exhale, thumbs to your heart. Breathe all the way out. And then inhale, big circle up. Exhale, come through center. Inhale, all the way up again. Exhale to the heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Just pause here for a moment. And then we'll inhale all the way back up again. And then exhale, hinge at your hips. Bring your hands to the floor or your chair. We'll step back to our plank. If you're on the floor, you can lower all the way down. If you're on the chair, you can stay here, or you can bend elbows like you're doing a push-up. And then we'll all inhale and lift our chest. Cobra, try to draw the shoulders down and back. And then exhale, tuck your toes, lift up and back into your downward dog. Nice and slow. If you have to adjust the feet, and then walk it out again. We'll walk our feet up to our hands. Pause in your forward fold. Drop your head. If it feels good, you can do a little nod forward and back or side to side. And just shake out any tension that's in the head or the neck or the shoulders. If you want, you can even shake your arms out. And then we'll come back onto the hands and knees if you're on the floor. If you're on the chair, hands under the shoulders, feet under the hips, we're going to come back to our bird dog again. So we're going to inhale, and then exhale, right leg and left arm, reach to the back. Inhale, release. Exhale, left leg and right arm. Draw those core muscles in. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage the core, and reach. Opposite arm and leg. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. So a few more times again, just moving with your breath. Maybe one more to each side. And then we'll come back into that cat position, so lowering the head, rounding the shoulder blades away from the spine, stretching the back. And then tucking the toes. If you need to, walk the feet back, get those hips up and back, and walk the legs up. Into that downward dog position, either on the floor or on the chair. And then we'll walk the feet up to the hands, take the feet wide again, turn those toes out. Bend the knees out, exhale, come into your squat. Inhale, straighten the legs and bend forward, forward fold. Exhale, bend the knees and come into your squat. You can even use your thighs if you want, hands on the thighs. Inhale to straighten, exhale to squat. Just make sure that the knees are out, chest is lifted. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Hands to the floor or your chair. Walk back to your downward dog. Hips up and back. Walk the legs out. And then we'll come forward into our plank again. Shoulders over the wrists. Inhale. Exhale. Hips up and back. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, downward dog. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your feet up to your hands again, forward fold. Pause in your fold again. If you want to nod your head or shake it out, roll the shoulders, or shake out the arms. And then we'll bend the knees, sit the hips back, sitting into that chair again, that imaginary chair. Arms up, belly in, rib cage in, breathe all the way out. And then inhale nice and strong, stand all the way up. Exhale, release the arms. Let's do 3 big circles again. Inhale, exhale to the heart. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, bring it through center. Inhale, open wide. Exhale through center. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right. If you have weights, you're going to grab them now. If you don't have weights, you're just going to imagine pressing through the air. So standing with the feet about hips width apart, knees are soft. We're going to start with the weights at the shoulders, elbows are forward. We'll take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, engage the core. We're just going to slowly press those arms straight overhead. And then inhale, release to the shoulders. And exhale again, straight overhead. And one more time, inhale, release. Exhale, engage the core and slowly press. And inhale, release. Exhale to the hips. We're going to inhale here. And then exhale, coming into a deadlift position. So soft knees, hips back. We're going to slide the weights down just below the knees. And inhale. Exhale, engage the core, press into the feet, and stand back up. So we're going to do 3. We're doing sets of 3. Inhale here. Exhale, engage, and deadlift just below the knees. Engage the core. Inhale here. Exhale, engage the core. Use the glutes and the hamstrings to press yourself back up. So one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Soft knees come just below the hips. If you want to, you can use the chair as a target as well. Just come a little bit closer. And then inhale. And exhale, press back up to standing. Inhale again. Exhale, engage. This time bringing the weights to the chair or all the way to the floor. And then we're going to step back to our plank. So if you're using the chair, you can step back to a plank or you can just keep your feet under your hips. We're going to do one arm row, 3 to each side. If you want to in your plank, you can come down to your knees too if you need a rest. So we're going to inhale, exhale, pick the right arm up, bend the elbow back. Inhale, release, exhale, left. Inhale, exhale, right, inhale, exhale, left. Inhale, exhale, right. Inhale, exhale, left. If you're on the mat, come down to your knees. If you're on a chair but you're in a plank, bring your feet underneath your hips. We'll round into our cat stretch for a moment. Give the head a little shake or a nod. Come back to your breath if it's sped up. Okay, if you want, you can release the weights and walk your feet back to your downward dog. Walk out the legs. And then walk your feet back into your hands, forward fold. Grab your weights. So we want to be engaged a little bit. Soft knees, big breath in. Exhale, engage the core, and then we'll stand up. So we're going to reverse. We're going to do 3 deadlifts again. Inhale. Exhale, engage. Hips back. Bend the knees a little bit. Slide the weights down just below the knees or to the chair. Inhale. Exhale, engage. Stand back up. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, engage. Deadlift. Just below the knees, we're holding at the bottom so we can inhale. Exhale, engage. Stand back up. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, engage. Partway down into that deadlift. The spine is nice and neutral. Inhale. Exhale, engage. Stand back up. Let's bring those weights back to the shoulders, elbows forward. Inhale. Exhale, engage the core, slowly press overhead. Imagine the weights are 10 times what they actually are. Inhale to the shoulders. Exhale, engage and press. Inhale to the shoulders. Exhale, engage and press. And release to the shoulders and then to the hips. We're going to bring our weight into our left foot. If you want to use the chair, you can do single arm rows. We're going to do rows again. So if you have a hard time balancing, you can hold on to your chair, weight in the left hand. We're going to take the right foot back. Make sure the hips are squared. We're not turning. The right arm is down forward. And we'll inhale and exhale, pull it back. Inhale, exhale, pull back. So if you want, you can test your balance and do both arms at the same time. The legs are stationary. We're just pulling the arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Make sure the weights stay nice and close as you pull them up. Keep those hips square. Use the breath So we're working with those core muscles, finding that balance between ease and release. And if you lose your balance, just come back into it. Just laugh and shake it off. If you want, you can even just use a little kickstand. So the right foot is behind, and there's no weight in it, but the toes can stay on the floor if you want. 1 or 2 more, and then we'll release the right foot. Place the weights down. Let's do 3 big circles again. Inhale, open wide. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, open wide. Exhale to the heart. And let's just do 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Shake out the arms if you need to. Weight in your right leg. If you're doing 1 arm, you can grab the chair with your right hand. And we're balancing on the right foot. Take the left foot behind. Square the hips, engage the core. And exhale, pull the left elbow back. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale. Or you can use both weights. Or if you're not using weights, just imagining like that air is heavy. Or like you're pulling a band. And it's really tight. Pull. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. Think about bringing your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Engage the core. Inhale, release a bit, and then exhale, engage and pull. And again, if you fall out, just shake it off, laugh, and then come back into it. Find your breath. Work nice and slow and steady, working on all those little stabilizing muscles that we start to lose as we age. 1 or 2 more. And then we'll place the weights down, place the left foot down, shake the legs out. That right leg should be feeling that. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up again. Open the chest, maybe a little lean back this time. And then exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more. Inhale, open. Stretch those arms. And exhale, bring it down. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. You can place your weights off to the side. We'll stand nice and tall, either in front of the chair or at the top of the mat. We'll inhale. For a moment, let's just interlace the fingers, press the palms up, and then lean into that right foot, but reach up and over to the left while I'm near you. And then inhale up, and then exhale over to the other side. So we're not leaning, we're lifting and reaching. And then we'll inhale back up. And as you exhale and release the hands, you're going to hinge at the hips and fold forward, hands to the floor of the chair. Give that head a little shake out again. Roll the shoulders, shake out the arms. Hands to the floor or the chair, step it back to your plank. If you're on the floor, you can lower all the way down. If you're on the chair, you can stay straight or bend the elbows a little bit. And then inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders are down and back. You want to think about getting longer through the spine. Tuck the toes. And then exhale, hips. Walk them up and back. Walk those legs out. Walk the feet up to the hands 1 more time. Sit like you're sitting back in that imaginary chair. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, belly in. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale, release. We're going to do 1 more exercise. This is functional movement. You're going to grab just 1 weight, or you can pretend you have a weight. You can sit at the edge of your chair. Or if you're sitting on the floor, I recommend sitting up on something. So at the studio, I would use blocks. If at home you have a small stool or a couch cushion or something, Grab it. We want to sit on the edge. You can try this from the floor. It's really difficult. I don't even know if I can do it from the floor. We're going to start with, if you're sitting in a chair, the feet are nice and wide. You can even have them straight if you want. We're going to start with the weight in the right arm, or the right hand. And you're going to reach it up to the ceiling. We want to track the wrist over the shoulder, over the hip, and we want to try to keep this nice long line. We're going to take the left hand down the left leg, and we're just going to take it into a little side stretch. But we want that line to stay. And then we're going to come back up. So let's add the breath. We're going to inhale down, exhale up, and then we're going to bend the knees, plant the feet, take that left arm out, lean forward so your weight is in your feet, inhale, exhale, engage the core, and then see if you can stand up. And then we can put the weight down, and we'll switch sides. So we're going to do this 2 more times to each side. So this is the second time on the second, or the first time on the second side. So left hand, we're going to reach it up, either with or without weight. We want to keep that line, wrist, shoulder, hip. Take the legs out if that feels okay, or you can keep them bent. But we're going to slide the right hand down. Try to keep that line. You can take your head and turn and look. Try to make sure your wrist is over your shoulder, and then we're going to come back up, nice and tall. Adding in the breath, we're going to inhale, slide down. Exhale, slide up. Bend the knees, plant the feet, lean forward into the feet. Inhale, and take the hand out for balance. Exhale, engage. See if you can stand up. And if you can't, just laugh. And then bring your weight down. So now I'm going to try it from the floor with my stack. So legs are wide, back in the right hand. You can stay sitting in your chair if you want. We're doing the exact same thing. Taking the right hand or the weight up, keeping that line. Slide the left hand down, inhale. Make sure that your line is still there. Exhale, come up. Bend the knees, plant the feet, arm out for balance. Inhale. Exhale, engage, and stand. Release the weight, switch hands, sit back down. If you didn't make it, just laugh. You can try again later. Okay, we're switching to the left hand, reach it up. Check your line, wrist, shoulder, hip. Slide the right hand down, inhale. Exhale, slide up. Bend the knees, lean a bit forward, inhale. Exhale, engage, stand. Release the weight. You can set it down now. If you fell over, just laugh. You can stay down. Have a seat either in your chair or on your mat. If you want, you can also lie down and grab a quick drink of water. Lying down or seated if you want, lean back on the hands. You can do some windshield wipers again just to shake out those legs, move those hips around, slow the breath down. It's humid today, so you can breathe in through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth. Let go of some of that heat. If you're on the floor, if you're lying down, you can do the same windshield wiper action too, or hug the knees into the chest. And then whether you're seated or lying down, bringing one hand over the heart and one hand to the lower belly. And see if you can find the breath in that bottom hand. So we're breathing deep into those belly muscles. And now instead of engaging on the exhale and drawing in, you're just gonna exhale and relax. Inhale, find space. Exhale, relax. Inhale, find space. And exhale, see if you can relax even deeper. Maybe let the shoulders drop a little more. On your next exhale, maybe letting the bottom jaw drop a little bit more. On your next exhale, letting the muscles in the face soften a little bit more. Letting the hips and the legs relax. Think exhale, let go. Even if you have to let out a sigh, let it go. Take 3 easy breaths, nowhere to be, nothing to do. See if you can just be here with your breath. Just noticing your present state, your breath, the feeling and the warmth of your body, the surface below you. And if you're lying down on your back, you can take a moment to roll yourself up and come to a seated position. And you can take that bottom hand over the top hand, over the heart. Gently bow inwards. Again, just taking a moment to thank yourself for this time and space this morning. Reminding yourself, again, that it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it feels good in your body. That you find space wherever you can. And find joy in your movement. May you feel your internal beauty, your grace, and your strength now radiate and reflect in that outer body. And may you carry that into the rest of your day with you. Namaste.